Hey, my name is Mike, and this is a too-long didn't read version of the Hellfire High Council on Normal and Heroic. If you're doing this fight on Heroic, it does a little bit more damage and has a little bit more health. If the other two bosses are near Dia Dark Whisper, they will become immune to damage. She also periodically transforms into a Void Beast and does a high amount of damage on the tank. This ability is called Nightmare Visage, and it should be mitigated. She puts out Mark of the Necromancer, which is a permanent stacking dot. If you dispel this, it jumps to 2 nearby players. The only way for this to permanently go away is for Dark Whisper to do her Reap ability. Anyone affected by a Reap will also spawn a Void Zone underneath them. You should be dispelling this because Reap doesn't happen that often. She also makes the ground turn purple, at which point there's a raid-wide AoE. There's also these big void ghosts flying around the room doing damage to anyone caught in their fire. At 30% health, she puts Mark of the Necromancer on about half the raid, and she also stops doing Reap. For Blade Master Jubathos, an arrow spawns underneath him. This is the direction he'll be throwing a boomerang, so don't stand in its path. Fellstorm is a raid-wide AoE that lasts 8 seconds. He spawns mirror images around the room that cast Fellstorm or the boomerang ability. He respawns in 45 seconds or after you've killed all the mirror images. At 30% health, he starts doing Wicked Strike, which deals damage to about half the raid. The damage this deals is increased as the fight goes on, and this increases even after Blade Master dies. Gurtog does Blood Boil to the 5 furthest away targets. He puts a 30-second stacking dot on tanks called Acidic Wounds. During Fell Rage, he'll fixate someone for 25 seconds. This fixated player has increased defenses, and they also do more damage to Gurtog. However, each successful melee hit Gurtog does on that player increases his attack speed by 5%. The fixated player should just be kiting around the room and staying away from Dark Whisper. These brown swirlies indicate where he's going to leap. The further away you are from that leap, the less damage you take. At 30% health, he puts a permanent stacking debuff on everyone that decreases their maximum health by 10% per stack. This stack does not disappear after Blood Boil dies. The recommended order is Blood Boil, Blade Master, and then Dark Whisper. There's a lot of good moments for your cooldowns. However, my group popped our offensive cooldowns including Lust at 30% for Gurtog, and we used our defensive cooldowns as needed. My group had one tank pick up Dark Whisper and the other tank pick up the other two bosses. We never needed a tank swap throughout this entire fight. The Acidic Wounds debuff should fall off the tank by the time Gurtog is done fixating his player. We brought down all 3 bosses to about 40% health and then just burned them one by one. That was a too-long didn't read version of Hellfire High Council on Normal and Heroic. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know down below in the comments. Thanks for watching and have a terrific day.